Okay, this is the applet that is in the lecture, and it's also available for you to play with. The point of it is to illustrate how the three quantities, the arc length, that's the purple line on the picture, the size of the vertical distance up to the point on the unit circle, and this, what's showing now, it's the green, and if you look at the bottom, it's the sine function that illustrates, and what it looks like for the graph of the trig function. So what you're supposed to do is grab the point and let it go around, and look at how the things change when that happens. The bottom of the screen here, it says something about what the angle measure is, and that's measuring the angle from the positive x-axis out to the ray that is going from the center of the circle out to the circumference. There's a numerical value for that, and that numerical value is the height of the green line. And what's happened is this purple arc length translates directly as the measure of the angle in radians. So if you straighten it out, this length is the same as this length, and the height then, the height of that green line, is the y-coordinate of the point on the unit circle, and that is the value of the sine function. So making that purple line go bigger, watch that green go down to 0 and then a negative value, and as you do that straight across, wrapping, here we've got this purple line all the way around here. If you stretch that out, it would be this long. So that's the measure of the angle. It's up to 302.6 degrees, and you can see what it is in terms of radians. It's a little bigger than 3 pi over 2 radians, and then that's the measure, that's the value of the trig function for that value. It's periodic. You go around, and it continues even after it's gone. See how that angle measure keeps going up. It's always a good idea to unwind your circle before you're done, otherwise the computer gets all tight and bothered. Okay, and then back to 0, and then it goes for a little while negative, so that you can see that it corresponds there too. This is a nice little applet. It has sine, and that's that green line. Let's do it for the cosine. Cosine is in red, so the extra little bit that you have to do in this translation is that the horizontal distance on the unit circle is what's being measured as this vertical distance when you're plotting a function value. So the length of this line matches what's here, and it's still the arc length that's related to angles, so around it goes. You notice that the red line starts with a value of 1 at 0, and that's the maximum value of the cosine function. This also has the tangent, and a useful thing for the tangent is to see the tangent as something that is a tangent line. This line is tangent to the circle, and the height of that line, that blue, here's how you could think about it. If you put in a line here, that would be horizontal, vertical. That similar triangle to the one that has the blue side to it would have vertical to horizontal, would be sine to cosine. Sine over cosine is tangent, and that matches the ratio, this blue line, to 1. So sine over cosine, that's tangent, is the length of this blue line to 1. That's the tangent function value. So this geometric construction gives tangent as well, and so you've got the positive and the negative values, and you can watch that height of the external tangent line determining the value of the tangent function. Pretty applet. It's a lot better to do it yourself than to watch me do it, so fire it up and drag some of those points around and watch how they change. If you understand that, you're well on your way to making sense of what the trig functions mean geometrically.